Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Happy with that as well, but it's not going to be, as Nautilus just a little bit too consistent.
Yeah, you know, Lux one of the champions I love to watch in the LCK. Don't get to see her all too often, but I'll take the here. Keria.
Yeah, he's going to get bowling balled. Titan's Wrath going to be eaten immediately. Remember, doesn't have his flash. Nope. Now he's sort of just walking up the lane. Watch out, Eep. He's going to go wide. Dredge line. Not going to be enough to save him, and first blood goes over to Umpty. As Zeus gets smacked back. It was a slight advantage for Fredit BRION, but as you can see, other lanes have definitely been doing well as the gameplay button is pressed in the mid lane. Shockwave to answer, as now Zeus is going to have a bit of a snooze. Owner is going to get here. Primal Surge keeps the Renekton alive for a little bit longer than he could have otherwise been, but in the end, it is going to be yet another kill for the Lilia.
Something a little bit off about this one comparatively. They're not having a bad game by any means, but it does feel like that, you know, putting him on a control mage with Oner, they're not on the same page at the moment.
Well, right now they are getting the Rift Herald. Good rotation up there from Closer. Is
a little bit more back and forth as of late, but it has been otherwise pretty controlled by the Zeus, Renekton. So they're finally going to get this mid turret down.
Those Merc turrets are pretty high value here on Yaharong right now. Of course, best friends with killing turrets as Zeus going to pop the ultimate to keep himself alive. Actually avoids the Gnar damage as now Hoya in mini Gnar form. There's a dice available here for Zeus. Oh, actually, no, that was the dice, but decides not to trade flashes.
Yeah.
Here with the Gnar, Fredit BRION are going to be able to take down the bottom outer turret. Zona looking for another spear, doesn't really find it.
This is so great for Fredit BRION. Hoya lives, they get the bottom turret, everything's working out.
Yeah.
It's like Fredit BRION have just been coming extremely unlocked today, and the funny thing about it is the only thing they've changed, hold that thought.
Yep, Umpty might have been cast Curse by Wolf, unfortunately. Well, spin around a bit as in goes Delight, saving his Lilia, and it's the wrong time to get sleepy. Unfortunately, as now Keria finds himself surrounded by 4 as well, and no, that was a blessing, Wolf. You are absolutely right. 4-0 now. Fredit BRION, he often doesn't find himself with advantages like that, as everyone's getting sleepy under this turret. There it is, the grand entrance Shockwave and a very dead Nidalee. T1 look completely out of sorts.
Yeah, T1 need to get their mentals unboomed here, because it's time to actually tighten up the play here. You have to be aware of the wombo combos. I mean, this isn't even a wombo combo. It's just pretty straightforward.
But I mean, that's a pick onto the jungler as Soul Point is now available for Fredit BRION. It's perfect timing as well.
Yeah. You've got to be aware of the potential that they have when the Rift Herald gets dropped like that. They have pick potential there. You don't respect it, you get picked, then you lose the Rift Herald, or excuse me, lose the Drake. And now Soul Point goes to Fredit BRION at 20 minutes.
It's a teleport, so theoretically he could be going for that, but now he gets the bad news. And Hoya is already over that wall. Keria gets into the backline, but immediately gets chunked out. And now Delight's going for it. There's the Shockwave, doesn't really do too much, but the Drake is secured by Umpty, and the fight is being won here by Fredit BRION. Gumayusi tries to be the hero, and the gameplay button will get rid of the Tristana, but unfortunately it is way too little and way too late. Fredit BRION, they grab the Infernal Soul and win the team fight. That's an ace, and that could just be Baron.
I mean, I think it is. This is Infernal Soul at 25 minutes, you know, into the game. And this has just been a fantastic game for Fredit BRION. The fight was almost perfect. They handled the Renekton flank so well. Umpty's in on top of the Drake, makes sure he can get the smite. It is such a clean Fredit BRION game, one of our best. I mean, we've seen them take on a few Titans, right? The upset win against Damwon and Kia at the beginning of the season was the most memorable. But this is definitely going to go down in their very short history as one of their best games. And this is, again, all based on Umpty's control of the map with this Lilia pick that so many teams are passing up and giving over to Blue.
Exactly a play like that, but sometimes, you know, doesn't necessarily work out as Hoya going to get that split push on towards his left on this Baron buff.
Should be another turret. I mean, this is going to be a very early Elder fight, too.
That is very true, actually.
And like, there's
29 minutes.
There's not enough time for T1. Great. Versus the comp they're up against.
Okay, Keria, yeah, going in. Not sure whether he necessarily wants to. He's got a two-man sleep to come forward as Keria's just exploded. Reset does come down as Henna is just going to go golden. And unfortunately for Zeus, he's out of position. Oh my god! The fadeaway jump shot as Yaharong just executes Gumayushi here, closes now running for the hills. Ona, the last man standing. And Fredit BRION, they can just kill the Nidalee and then win the game if they would like to, as Umpty's unfortunately going to find his first death this game. But it's an ace, and Fredit BRION will just run it up the mid lane and try and take down these turrets.
Super valuable cannon minion here, just going to allow them to crush the turret super fast, and they're going to run over here to these Nexus turrets and end the game. What a huge win here for Fredit BRION. Start to finish, absolutely clean play. Get an early lead and push it to the finish line.
Yeah.
That stopwatch you were talking about, luxury stopwatch, ended up being a Rolex for Henna.
That was a beautiful one. As Fredit BRION, man, like,